friends, I'm Bones88, and this is my first official video for Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth. Now, I know everyone underneath the sun is doing videos on this game right now. I get it, but it's something I've been excited about. Lord of the Rings is a IP I am a huge fan of. I have a first edition Silmarillion over there on the shelf. I mean, I love it. I love the movies. You know, not the Hobbit. We won't get into that. But the Hobbit movies, but we won't get into that right now. But I'm a huge fan, and I've been playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which is the same developer as this game, for 7 years. I played Marvel Strike Force, which is a similar game to this, Raid, Dragon Champions, the list goes on of all the hero collectors that I've played. So I'm a fan of the type of game. I love Lord of the Rings, so I've been very much excited about this. I did play it in the beta, early beta, when it was really bad. And we'll get into that, kind of what I like, what I don't like about it. But I just want to kind of tell you guys who I am. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. But I'm excited to get into this. Once again, I get it. You guys are seeing all kinds of these videos from a lot of people. But I do plan on playing this game in the long term, and hopefully some of you want to join me on the journey. So I'm sure most of you know this, but some of you may be new to these kind of games. And just be a Lord of the Rings fan or something like that. Whatever the case may be. This is called a hero collector. What you do is you collect heroes, you farm shards for them to take them up from 2 to 3 stars all the way up to 7 stars max, and you put gear on them and all that fun stuff. So this is like the collection screen of all your heroes and how their levels and their gear levels, and how many stars they are, as you can see here, which is a long process. These games are a marathon, not a race. It's not something you can just unlock a character, throw them in, and just start reigning supreme, right? You have to have them, leveled up quite a bit to get through the newest content and stuff like that. So these are a game that requires a lot of patience, that's for sure. But that's kind of like how you upgrade them. You get gold, you get experience to take them up a level. You grind previous nodes you've already 3-starred to get gear to make them even stronger. And some are better than others. You got to read their kits. As you see here, they have usually 2 to 3 abilities. They have unique passive abilities. Some have leadership abilities. It's something I'm not going to get into this video, but it's definitely, there's a lot to this. There's a lot of strategy, and you get as much out of these games as you put into them, right? So this game doesn't have a lot of content at the moment. It has 3 campaigns. One is a guild campaign that allows you to borrow a character from your guild mates, but mainly it just allows you to use all your characters in a campaign, and you get like these potions here which allow you to upgrade your abilities, which is very, very important in these games. So I feel like this is where you get the best rewards, because you get pretty much everything in one sim, whereas these shadow and light campaigns, which means you can only use bad characters on the shadow and only good characters on the light. So you kind of have to be farming 5 light, 5 dark at all time, or working on them anyways. And so as you see here, this is what you get. You get some gear, experience, all that other stuff. Now mind you, there's a normal difficulty and then there's a hard difficulty once you pass that chapter on normal. So there's still quite a bit for you to do. And there's already a raid and a legendary character that's somewhat been announced. The raid's been announced. The legendary character has been data mined. But as you see here, raid's coming soon. It's a Mines of Moria one, maybe? I feel like it's a Mines of Moria one. So that's exciting. If they announced it, it's coming soon. So there's no guild activities right now. Even though you can join a guild, you can make a guild. There's not much you can do. But it's all set there because the raid is coming very, very soon. So that's exciting. But if you've played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, it's almost a carbon copy of that game. And already they're going on the release structure of how Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes started out. It's called Swugga. We call it Swugga. Swugga started out with a legendary hero. I think it was Yoda, maybe? And their first raid, which was a Rancor raid. So we'll see if it's just a copy of the Rancor raid or if they actually made anything unique. That'll be interesting to see. So that's kind of like what the game's about, what you're trying to do. So let's kind of talk about something I don't like. Let's go do a battle, and I want to talk about graphics and gameplay a little bit. So here we're in the arena mode. This is the only PvP mode at the moment. We'll get more down the road. We're just starting off slow right from the get-go. So you know, you take your team, go up against people with their best teams. That's pretty much what you're doing. And you're trying to go up the ranks. The higher the ranks, the better the rewards every day on your payout. So I'm not a fan of the graphics. And if you've talked about this game with anyone else, that's their biggest complaint. It's really not good. They're terrible. And my opinion, my theory, is that I think this game was in development back when they first started making Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes around 7 years ago. It looks a lot like Swugga did back then, like almost identical. I feel like these were being made around the same time. I really do. And maybe they didn't have enough money and they had to put this one on the shelf or something at the time. Or maybe they were working on both IPs and were trying to show it to both companies that owned it, and maybe this one got turned down until years later. I don't know. But this looks so outdated and plays kind of so outdated that I really think that this was developed many, many years ago. With that being said, I'm not a person who needs the best graphics. I would like them, but I don't need them at all. I love just good gameplay, good immersive fun, strategy, grinding, leveling people up, overcoming a problem, right? All those kind of things that you get in an RPG. This game is fun to play. I play Marvel Strike Force. I have 2 accounts in that game. I play Swugga for 7 years, steady, and I'm having a lot of fun in this game. So if you're a fan of those games, or if you're even a fan of Lord of the Rings, I think this is worth picking up and at least trying. But once again, if you've never played these games, there's a lot of grinding, a lot. I'm talking months upon months of grinding to get your characters maxed up, just for a squad to get maxed out. It's not easy. It's not for someone who wants to just pick up like a Call of Duty or a Subway Surfer or something like that and just start mashing buttons and then put it down. This is a commitment. This is something you want to log into every day and at the minimum do your dailies. And when I say dailies, like, you have these dailies you complete and you get free resources for them. And if you do all 11, at the end of the day, you get shards for Strider, aka Aragorn, he's a great character. So they give you an incentive to log in every day and work towards your progress, but it's important that you do that. I mean, if you don't plan on doing that, I don't think you're going to like this game. But if you're a fan of these games, fan of Lord of the Rings, I think it is worth trying. I think it's a blast. I'm having a great time. As you can see, I'm level 33 and I've only been playing for a week. I quit back when the beta did and they just did a reset. So I have about a week ahead of you guys. But with that being said, I don't want to keep this really long. I just wanted to kind of introduce myself to y'all, introduce the game, and just tell you guys I'm here, and I'll be releasing some more videos here in the future. But just know that I'm no expert to this game. I'm just a fan, and I want to make content and just have a good time doing it with you guys. I do suggest going and check out Tana. He is where I get most of my information, and Unstable Gamer. If you guys need a place to go for your guilds, get a hold of me. All my information is down below. In the description. Come by my Discord. We will get you a place to go in some guilds. Me and Unstable Gamer talked, and we'll even make an alliance if need to be. But it's just day one. We don't know how it's going to go. But we are here to help. We'll get you a place to go. Lots of good people in the Discord. Just come by and say hello. With that being said, my name's Bones88. Hopefully I'll see you guys more in the future. I love y'all. Have a good day. I'll see you next time. Peace.